lovelies, Lauren here. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today I'm going to be guiding you through a sunshine practice. It has been very warm here in the UK the past couple of weeks, and if you are fortunate to have a little bit of outdoor space, I really encourage you to get outside today and follow along this practice so we can really connect to the earth, soak up some of that sunshine, liven up through the senses, and really step up into summer in this really positive way. But if, like me, you don't have any outdoor space, we can bring the sunshine in through our practice, so no worries, you can do this practice from wherever you are. Beautiful. So we are going to start seated. In terms of what you might need for this practice, just a little bit of space, maybe have a couple of blocks if you have some, but again, if you don't, no worries. But as I say, we're going to start seated, so take a moment to get yourselves nice and cozy and comfortable, nestling the sit bones down into the ground or down into the earth, like I say. Palms to hands resting onto the knees. Let's slide those shoulders down and away from those ears. Beautiful. So this is where we're going to be arriving into our sunshine practice. Okay, so just noticing your breath here, taking a couple of gentle inhales in through the nose. You might be softly sighing out through the mouth. And no matter where you are practicing, whether it's indoors or outside, just notice what can you notice here? Certain smells, certain sensations. Perhaps it's the warmth of the sun against your skin, the smell of freshly cut grass. Perhaps you can hear your neighbours playing around in their gardens, perhaps. Beautiful. Just noticing what's around you here and now. And as you begin to pick out all these little things, perhaps just feeling this sense of calm, centeredness, as we begin to welcome in the summer months and all the joy it can bring. So even as we notice these little things around us, maybe there's a soft smile that kind of plays across your face here. And we allow ourselves to kind of soften that a little bit more. The shoulders drop down further away from the ears. The sit bones nestle a little bit more into the ground, feeling really, truly grounded here. Beautiful. Continue to take those really soft, gentle breaths in and out. Noticing perhaps your physical body here. Notice how much space you naturally take up as you sit. So we're not worrying about holding the body in a particular way. We're not worrying about kind of drawing the ribs in, sucking the belly in here. Just being really relaxed as we simply sit. And sometimes we do have this tendency to always be kind of holding the body in space, holding the body, making ourselves smaller than we perhaps want to be or perhaps we can be here. So during this practice, I really invite you to take up as much space as you wish. Allow your bodies to grow into their true potential, almost like a flower blooming in the sunshine. Allowing yourself to grow, reaching up to the sun, but at the same time, always being really rooted down towards the earth. Let's take 2 more breaths in here. Big breath in through the nose. Soft sigh out through the mouth. 1 more. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Okay. From here, gently start to flutter the eyelids back open. Welcome yourselves back into your space. Beautiful. Let's start to invite some movement back in. As we inhale, let's sweep the arms up and again grow tall. Reach up as high as we can go here. And then as we exhale, we're just going to bring the right hand down, left arm up and over, coming into this gentle side body stretch. This is our first stretch of our practice, so don't feel as though you have to kind of find that full range of movement straight away. Let's allow ourselves to take a little bit more time and soften into it. So maybe we keep the hand a little bit closer towards us, and over time we can gradually think about creeping the fingertips further away. Maybe softening through the elbow. The entire time keeping the hips grounded if we can, and really getting that sense of expansion out through the fingertips. Beautiful. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. Okay. From here, your left arm is going to drop down towards your right knee. And by the way, don't worry if it looks like I'm doing the opposite to you. Okay, push down through the left hand to lift the chest all the way back up. Right hand comes back behind you, and we begin to twist the torso to the right hand side. Beautiful. So rolling that right shoulder back a touch. And again, don't feel as though you have to really pull on this right knee to take you further into twist. Just find your kind of natural range of motion here. Beautiful. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Okay. Keep the left hand where it is. Inhale, begin to unravel. Take the right arm up and over. The right hand is going to find the left knee. So you're going to end up with the arms crossed, right arm on top of left. You might need to cross the ankles a little bit further so we can get that kind of rooted down through the knees. Take an inhale. Now as we exhale, tuck the chin down towards the chest. See if we can tuck the tailbone under slightly. So almost like you roll back off your sit bones, getting this beautiful rounding through the spine and that nice deep stretch in between the shoulder blades. Beautiful. Breathe here for a moment. Okay, and then as we inhale, softly begin to rise all the way back up. Keep the arms crossed, but just lift the hands away from the knees and then bending into the elbows. And you can bring the hands to your shoulders for this, or maybe we bring the backs of the hands together or the palms of the hands come together. See if we can lift the elbows up in line with the shoulders and then find this kind of moment where we think about pushing the elbows away from our body. So there's this subtle protraction through the shoulder blades. Beautiful, well done. And let's take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Lovely. Gently release the hands. Bring them all the way down and imagine you're taking off a nice big jumper. So unraveling the arms as you go. Inhale. Taking off all those layers, reaching up. And as we exhale, we're going to go to the other side. So left hand down, right arm up and over. Beautiful. So reaching up through the fingertips here. Rolling that right shoulder back a touch. And the same again. Find your natural range of movement. And then if you want to go a little bit further, softly take yourselves there. Don't feel as though you have to get there straight away. These things take time. Beautiful. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. Lovely, well done. This right hand comes all the way down. It finds the left knee. Push down through the left knee to lift the chest back up. And then bring the left hand all the way back behind you as you twist the torso to that left hand side. Beautiful, gentle wringing out of the body here. Taking a deep breath in. Deep breath out. Okay. Inhale. Start to unravel. Bring the left hand with you as you go. Right hand remains to the left knee. And the left hand finds the right knee. So we've now got the arms crossed the opposite way. Take a breath in. Exhale, rock slightly back off the sit bones. Tuck the chin towards the chest. Find that beautiful stretch. Maybe noticing a little difference when we've got the opposite arm on top. Beautiful. Pause here for a breath. Okay. And then as you inhale, lift up through the head and heart. Keep the arms crossed, we'll take the hands away from the knees. And then again, you can bend in the elbows and bring the hands to your shoulders. Or maybe we bring the backs of the hands together or the palms of the hands together. Lift the elbows up in line with our shoulders and then push the elbows away from your body here. Beautiful, well done. Okay. Taking a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Gently release the hands down, the arms stay crossed, and then again we're imagining we're taking off that nice big jumper. Inhale, unravel the arms, reach all the way up, growing even taller here. And as we exhale, just let the arms circle all the way down and away. Beautiful. Now from here, it's up to you. You might be able to kind of bring the body up and over through the legs, or perhaps you just want to sway the legs from one side and make your way into your tabletop position. So as always, as we arrive here, take a moment to nestle the knees underneath the hips. Wrists can either be underneath the shoulders or maybe they're a little bit further away just to take the pressure off the wrists here. And then from here, from this kind of sturdy foundation, let's move through a little bit of cat and cow. So as we inhale, let's dip the belly down, lift up through the head and heart, lift the tailbone. And as we exhale, push the ground away, tuck the chin towards the chest, tuck the tailbone under, curve through the spine. Beautiful. And as always with a cat and cow, I really encourage you to move at your own pace, following your own breath. So every inhale takes you into this arch. And every exhale takes you into that curve. But it's slow and steady. There's no need to rush. Gradually, again, finding this full range of movements. So our cat and cow might in fact start really small, but over time we might find it can build. Beautiful. Notice how this feels in your own body here today. Okay. Perhaps moving through one more full round, one more inhale to lift the head and heart, lift the tailbone. And exhale into your curve. Okay. Inhale, neutral spine. So really making sure as we come to this neutral spine that we're not letting the rib cage flare. We're not kind of hanging out into or dumping into the lower spine here. Lightly draw the ribs in. Kind of gently push the ground away. So we're active through the arms here. Beautiful. From here, from this sturdy foundation, let's gently send the left leg back behind us, kicking energy out through the left heel. Stay grounded down through the left hand. Come up to the fingertips of the right. Beautiful. Look directly down in between both hands to keep the neck nice and long. And as we inhale, maybe we stretch the right arm forwards. Maybe that right bicep comes in line with that right ear. Beautiful. Hold here, cultivating that little bit of fire. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. Nice long line, big breath in. Big breath out. Gently drop this right hand down towards the mat. Inhale. Exhale, left knee comes in towards the chest, around through the back. Now see if you can always bring this left knee towards your nose, and then softly stepping the left foot forwards in between the hands. And if it needs a little bit of guidance to get there, feel free to help it. And when you're ready, brush the fingertips along the mat, lift the chest, lift the arms, low lunge. Beautiful. Now this low lunge doesn't have to be the lowest lunge we could ever possibly get. Maybe we stay a little bit more upright, thinking about driving the hips forward, staying grounded down through the right knee. And we've got this kind of 90 degree angle, in the left knee. Beautiful. So staying kind of firmly rooted down through the legs and not worrying about sinking down too much here. Beautiful. So finding that kind of little internal support system. And let's take a deep breath in here. Take a deep breath out. Beautiful. Let's pour the hands forwards so they frame that left foot. And then maybe we start to send the hips back, maybe walking the left heel a little bit further forwards, peeling the toes up to the sky, finding a half split stretch. So this is where we may want to incorporate a couple of blocks underneath the hands to help bring the ground up to you. So if you feel like with the hands down towards the earth, we're perhaps on the fingertips and we're kind of bent into this leg and we're really rounded through the spine, have some blocks if we can, or perhaps some water bottles or boxes to keep the chest a little bit lifted, to find perhaps a little bit more space here. Beautiful. There can be a little micro bend in the left knee, and in fact I really encourage you not to lock out into the knee at all here, putting any unnecessary pressure on that knee joint. Beautiful. Take a deep breath in. Take a deep breath out. Beautiful. Right hand is going to stay grounded either down to the ground or to a block. Let's see if we can gently inhale, lift that left arm straight on up to the sky. So taking a little revolved half split stretch. Still kind of think about sending the left hip back, right hip forwards, twisting the torso to the left here. Beautiful, well done. It's quite a deep stretch, so take a deep breath in. Take a deep breath out. Fabulous, well done. Let's gently bend back into the left knee, left foot flat down towards the earth. Let's keep the left arm up. Bring the right hand down towards the ground if we can, and maybe just take a moment to remove any props out of the way. Now take your time with this. Take a breath in. Now as we exhale, we're going to see if we can start to lengthen the left leg off again. Maybe using all of our might, all the strength down through the left leg, we can pick the left leg off, send it round to the side, and bring it all the way back behind us for this modified side plank. Beautiful. Keep the left leg lifted. Find this nice long line. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. Beautiful. Gently drop the left foot down towards the back of the mat. Left hand comes to the back of the head. Now what you're going to do from here, in a moment you're going to take a breath in, and then as you exhale, thinking about bringing your right knee and your left elbow towards one another. So take an inhale. Now as we exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, we come back down. Beautiful, twice more. Exhale, we go. Inhale, down. Exhale, we go. Inhale, down. Beautiful, well done. Send that left arm straight back up to the sky. Maybe shift the right knee out in front of you just a little bit to gently bring the sit bones all the way down towards the ground. Beautiful. Let the left leg externally rotate towards the back of the mat. So we come to seated like so. So we've got the right shin folded in front of us, left leg extended. Bring the left hand to either the inside of the left leg or maybe taking hold of the right ankle. And as we inhale, we sweep the right arm up and over. Slightly deeper side body stretch than we had before. Beautiful. So maybe noticing that deeper stretch down the right side of the rib cage. We might also feel it down the back of this left hamstring here. Beautiful. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. Inhale, windmill the arms all the way back up. We're going to make our way back the way we came. So right hand to the top of the mat. Left foot presses down and towards the ground so we can pick the hips up and settle this right knee back underneath the right hip. Beautiful, well done. Okay. Now from here, when you're ready, take an inhale. Lift that left leg all the way up to the sky. And as we exhale, lead with that left heel, bring it out towards the left-hand side. Softly seeing if we can bring it down towards the mat on the inside of that right hand. Beautiful. So we arrive back in this revolved half split stretch. Take an inhale. And then as you exhale, bend into the left knee, left hand comes down towards the inside of the left leg. So it doesn't matter if your left foot perhaps didn't land on the mat, perhaps it arrived out here. That's okay, because what you're going to do, you're going to bend into the knee and think about sinking the hips down. So actually, the further out the leg is, the more space there is to drop the hips down towards the ground. Beautiful. Okay. So thinking about lightly dropping the hips down, lifting the chest up, staying in our lizard lunge for a few moments. Use blocks underneath the hands if you wish. Okay. One more deep breath in. And one more deep breath out. Okay. From here, push down through the hands. Gently send left knee all the way back next to right. And we melt the hips back towards our heels. Very brief little child's pose here. Stretching through both sides of the body, keeping the fingertips reaching forwards. Big breath in. Big breath out. Inhale, we rise up through a curved spine. So we lift the hips away from the heels, we lift the chest. But as we go, we tuck the chin towards the chest and we tuck the tailbone under. Then as we continue to shift the weight forward, softly melt the hips down towards the mat, soften through the elbows, and find a ever so gentle baby cobra here. So really gentle back bend. Okay, take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. Lovely, soften the chest all the way down to the ground. Keep the hands underneath the shoulders and then bend into the knees, crossing at the ankles. Take a deep breath in. Now as you exhale, push the ground away, lifting the chest and hips off at the same time. Beautiful, well done. Release the feet back behind you. Walk the knees in a touch so you find that tabletop again. We're going to move through all of that on the other side. So as we inhale, let's send the right leg back this time. Okay, and again, lead with the heel, kicking energy out through that right leg. Stay grounded down through the right hand, fingertips of the left. As we inhale, maybe we reach that left arm forwards, left bicep in line with the left ear, gazing down towards the mat. Big breath in. Big breath out. One more. Beautiful. Left hand comes back down. Exhale, right knee in towards the chest, round through the back. See if you can bring that knee almost all the way towards your nose. And then softly step the right foot. Woo, kicking over my blocks here as I go. Right foot in between the hands. Lovely, well done. Okay, let's brush the fingertips along the mat. Lift the chest, lift the arms, all the way up into that low lunge. And again, remember, this doesn't have to be the lowest lunge ever. Perhaps we stay a little bit more upright, similar to what we did on the other side. Tucking the tailbone under, driving the hips forwards. Beautiful. So we should hopefully be really feeling this across the front of this left thigh, the really meaty part of the muscle. Arms reaching up to the sky. Beautiful. Deep breath in. And a deep breath out. One more. And then as we exhale, let's pull the heart forwards, hands come down to frame the right leg. And then we send the hips back, begin to lengthen in that right leg. Maybe we lift the toes off towards the sky, half split stretch. Now again, if we found those blocks useful on the other side, let's bring them in again here. Okay, so we take pressure away from our shoulders and our chest to keep us lifted. We can use the blocks to bring the ground up to you. Beautiful. Okay. Maybe finding a little bit more length in the spine. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Okay. Beautiful. From here, left hand stays grounded either to a block or to the ground. And we start to send the right arm all the way up to the sky. See if you can find one long line from one arm to the other. Beautiful. Well done. Okay. Drawing the right hip back, left hip forwards. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. Now keep the right arm up, start to bend back into the right knee, right foot comes down towards the ground. Gently take the block out from underneath the left hand now so you can really connect down to the earth. Push down through this left hand, start to lengthen the right leg. Gently using all your might, pick that right leg off, send it out to the side and gently bring it all the way back behind you. Beautiful, into that side plank. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, the right foot comes all the way down. Okay, well done. Right hand comes to the back of the head. Same to what you did on the other side. In a moment, you're going to pick this left knee off and bring it towards this top elbow. Have your inhale to prepare. Exhale, we lift off, elbow to knee. Inhale, we come back. Twice more. Exhale, you go. Inhale, back. One more time. Exhale. Inhale back. Beautiful. Well done. Right arm to the sky. Shift the left knee a little bit further forwards to create space for the sit bones to come all the way down to the ground. Beautiful. Externally rotate into the right leg. And this time the right hand either comes to the inside of the right leg, maybe rests on top of the left ankle. Inhale, we sweep the left arm up and over. Beautiful. Well done. Into this lovely deep side body stretch. Again, noticing whether one side is that little bit different compared to the other, that's okay. Fabulous. Take one more breath in. One more breath out. Inhale, let's windmill the arms all the way up. We're going to go back the way we came, so left hand to the top of the mat. Right foot comes grounded down towards the mat, and we lift the hips off, shuffling that left knee back underneath the hips. Okay. Beautiful. Take an inhale. Let's lift the right leg straight back up to the sky. Exhale, kicking the right leg out in front. Lead with the heel softly as you go. Gently bring that right heel down towards the ground on the inside of the left hand into that revolved half split stretch. Again, beautiful. Inhale. Exhale, bend back into the right knee, and this right hand comes down on the inside of that leg. So again, it doesn't matter how close we brought the leg in. In fact, the further away it is, the more space we have now to let the hips drop down towards the ground and keep the chest lifted. Beautiful, really well done. Okay, take a breath in. Take a breath out. Okay, one more. And then from here, push down through the hands, send the right knee all the way back next to left, and hips back towards our heels, child's pose. Breathe it out here, lovely. Connecting to the earth. Perhaps if you're practicing on grass, we can really feel the grass in between our fingertips here. Beautiful. And then on our next inhale, let's rise up through that curved spine, tucking the tailbone under, tucking the chin towards the chest. Continue to shift the weight forwards as you melt the hips down towards the earth, either coming back into that baby cobra, or maybe this time we take a slightly more full cobra, keeping the heart lifted. But always there's that little softness in the elbows, keeping the shoulders away from the ears. Beautiful. Deep breath in. And then as we exhale, let's come all the way down towards the ground. Bend into the knees, crossing at the ankles. Big inhale. Now as we exhale, we push, lifting the chest and hips off at the same time. Lovely, release the feet back behind you, tuck the toes under, hips to the sky, downward facing dog. Okay. Feel free to bring a little bit of movement in here. Have a little wiggle, a little groove. Shimmy the hips from side to side, pedal out through the feet. Anything goes here. Beautiful, well done. Okay. Taking one more deep breath in. And one more deep breath out. As you inhale, look forwards towards your fingertips, bend the knees, and gently start to take this little walk towards the top of the mat. So walking your feet towards your hands. Take as many little steps as you need, maybe walking heel to toe or maybe walking on your tiptoes. Let the hands come away from the ground if they need to, and just soften into this forward fold. So we've got this lovely heavy head, softness through the knees. Arms are super heavy here. Beautiful, well done. Deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Okay. And then as you inhale, nice deep bend to knees, tucking the tailbone under, juicy roll up through the spine. Take your time here, no need to rush. Gradually coming all the way to standing. Let's lift the shoulders up towards the ears as we go. And then exhale, settle them down. Beautiful, feeling strong and sturdy here as you come to standing, hopefully. Okay. Rooting down to the feet, feet are again about hip distance apart. Let's take a big inhale, and as we do so, let's sweep the arms up to the sky, and there's this sense of growing here. So let the body grow tall towards the sky, almost like we can reach up to the clouds here. And then as we exhale, open the arms, open across the front of the chest, hinge at your hips, and pull the body all the way back down. Beautiful. Okay. As we inhale, let's find a halfway lift, fingertips to our shins, zip up through the spine, find this flat back. And as we exhale, we fold. Bend the knees, and then from here, fingertips are lightly down towards the ground. And all we're going to do is take a nice big step back with the left leg. So left leg steps towards the back of the mat. Sink into the right knee, keep the left heel lifted. And when you're ready, brush the fingertips along the mat, lift the chest, lift the arms. High lunge, beautiful. Strong and sturdy through the legs. So sinking into the right knee. Maybe there's a little softness in the back knee also here to again help that little tilt of the pelvis under. Okay, deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Inhale, reach up through the left fingertips. Exhale, circle the right arm forwards and down, and that right hand is either going to come towards your lower spine, or maybe as we twist the torso round to the right hand can find the back of the left thigh. Beautiful. Twisted reverse warrior. Keep reaching up through the left fingertips. Keep sinking into that right knee. It's just for a breath in. Just for a breath out. Inhale, circle that right arm forwards and up, back to your high lunge. Take a moment to rise. Exhale, drop the left heel down, open out warrior two. So those left toes turn out 90 degrees. We sink back into that right knee. Beautiful. So really feeling grounded down through the legs. Spread the toes down and towards the mat rather than feeling the knee to kind of grip too much here. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. Inhale, reverse warrior, left palm to the back of the left leg. Right fingertips reaching up towards the sun here. Beautiful. Keep sinking into that right knee as you go. Big breath in. Big breath out. Inhale, lengthen the arms back through that warrior two and lengthen that right leg. Okay. We may need to heel toe this back foot in slightly to kind of shorten our stance. Take an inhale. Exhale, reaching forwards through the right fingertips as far forwards as you can go. And then bring the right hand either down to the inside of the right leg, maybe taking hold of the shin or the ankle. Maybe it can come down to the ground, or maybe we utilize our trusty blocks. Beautiful. So again, bring the ground up to you, creating space for the left shoulder to stay open. The left hand can either be reaching up to the sky, or maybe it rests towards our lower spine if that's too much pressure for the shoulder here. Beautiful, lengthening through the right leg. Keep a little micro bend in that right knee, perhaps. Beautiful. Okay. Take a deep breath in. And take a deep breath out. Lovely. From here, look down towards the ground. Bend into the right knee. Left hand is going to dive down towards the mat or towards the block. Right hand comes to the outside edge of the right foot. Take a moment to kind of shift the left foot a little bit further forward. So we turn the left toes in a touch, and that left heel is flat down towards the ground. Blocks underneath the hands if we need to. Take a breath in to really sink into the right knee. And then as we exhale, lengthen the right leg, but keep hinging at the hips, folding over that front leg. So into our pyramid pose. Draw the right hip back, left hip forwards. Fabulous, well done. Keeping a tall spine if we can here. Beautiful. And take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. One more. Okay. Bend back into that right knee. Place the blocks to one side for a moment. Hands flat down towards the earth. And all we're going to do is send this right leg all the way up to the sky. Keep it lifted. Open three-leg dog. So we open out into this right hip. Bend into this right knee. Lift that right knee as high as we can. Beautiful. Well done. Stay rooted down through all 10 fingertips. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. Inhale, lengthen the right leg off, square off the hips. Exhale, right knee comes in towards the chest, look forwards. Softly step the right foot in between the hands. And then just bring the left foot forwards to meet it. Standing forward fold, top of the mat. Beautiful. Let the upper body hang heavy, so soften through the knees. Have a little sway from side to side if you wish. Full breath in here. Full breath out. Okay. Inhale. Halfway lift, fingertips to your shins, zip up through the spine. And exhale, fold. Bend the knees, lightly plant the fingertips. This time we're going to take a big step back with the right leg. Beautiful, right leg towards the back of the mat. And when you're ready, brush the fingertips, lift the chest, lift the arms, high lunge on the other side. Beautiful. So all of that on the other side now. We've got this. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. Reach up through the right fingertips. Circle the left arm forwards and down. And again, that left hand can come to your lower spine as we begin to twist the torso to the left. Or maybe it finds the back of the right thigh, meaning we can lean a touch further back, still reaching up through the right fingertips and sinking into that left knee. Beautiful. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Inhale, sweep that left arm forwards and up, back through your high lunge. Take a moment to rise. Exhale, drop the right heel down, open out to your warrior two, sink back into that left knee. Beautiful, nice long line from one arm to the other, a little bit of softness through the shoulders. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Right palm to the back of the right leg, left fingertips reach up towards the sun here. Sink into the left knee, take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. Inhale, back to your warrior two. Beautiful, begin to lengthen that left leg. Heel toe the right foot in a touch if you need to. Take an inhale. Exhale, reach forwards through the left hand as far forward as you can go. And then it comes down to the inside of the left calf, maybe taking hold of the shin or the ankle, to the ground, or again, to your block. Right fingertips sweeping up to the sky, rolling the right shoulder back. Remember, you have the option to bring the right hand to the lower spine if you prefer. Fabulous, well done. Take a breath in here. And take a breath out. Beautiful, one more. Deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Lovely, soften into that left knee for a moment to look down towards the ground. Dive this right hand all the way down. Either it comes to the block or it comes to the ground here. Left hand to the outside edge of the left foot, and that can also come to another block. Shift the weight forwards to hop the right foot in a touch, making sure that right heel is firmly grounded down towards the mat. Inhale, we sink into the left knee. Now as we exhale, lengthening the left leg, beautiful, hinging at the hips, pyramid pose on the other side. So squeezing left hip back, right hip forwards, just a touch, making sure we're keeping the hips square here. Deep stretch for the hamstrings, beautiful, well done. Okay. Take a deep breath in, deep breath out. Okay. Gently soften back into the left knee. Place the blocks out to one side so they're out of the way. Hands flat down towards the earth. We're going to send this left leg all the way back now. Lifting it straight on up to the sky and then opening out into that left hip, bending into that left knee. Beautiful. Lift that knee as high as it can go out to the side. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. One more. Beautiful. Now this time, inhale, lengthen the left leg. Exhale, left knee in towards the chest. Instead of stepping the foot forwards, we're going to gently bring the left shin all the way down towards the mat. Right knee comes down towards the ground. Maybe we walk that right knee back a couple of times. So think about coming into a little pigeon stretch. So letting the hips drop down towards the ground, just making sure we're not crashing towards the right hand side. And if we notice that left sit bone kind of crashing down towards the mat, let's bring a block underneath the left hip to keep you lifted somewhat, so we kind of don't unlevel the hips. Beautiful, well done. Keep sending right hip ever so slightly down, beautiful. And if we're happy here, stay here. Or maybe we come down onto the elbows, your choice. You could also use the other block, if you have one, underneath the forehead to release through the back of the neck. Beautiful. Take a couple of moments here. Sending the breath deep down towards your hips if we can. Encouraging this release, encouraging this softness. Beautiful. Now beginning to wind our way down. Connecting to the earth. One more breath here. One more breath out. Inhale, softly rise all the way back up. Push down through the hands, lift the chest. Remove any blocks out to one side. And then when you're ready, we are now going to allow this left hip to come down towards the ground and sweep the right leg all the way out in front. So keeping the left shin kind of folded underneath you. Maybe seeing, can we cross the right ankle over the left knee? If this feels a little bit uncomfortable, if you notice you're kind of leaning to one side and the right sit bone lifts off, maybe we extend the left leg out in front. Beautiful. So you might be here or we might be here. Okay, your choice. Inhale, sitting up nice and tall. Let's bring the right hand back behind us. Inhale, left fingertips to the sky. Now as we exhale, see if we can hook the elbow on the outside edge of the right knee, or alternatively, we can hug the thigh in using the hand. Beautiful. Twisting the torso to the right. Take a deep breath in. As we exhale, maybe moving that a little bit further into the twist. Beautiful, well done. Okay. Inhale, unravel through the chest. And then bring both hands back behind you to allow both legs to unravel. I'm going to open the legs out to the side. I'm just going to turn to face you for this. So sending the legs out towards the side, making sure we're still nicely grounded down through the sit bones. Let the legs relax a touch. So just notice whether your legs have a tendency to roll in or whether they roll out. Just depends on how much external rotation we have naturally in the hips. So let the legs be completely soft. Let the ankles be a little bit floppy here. Hands can be back behind you if you need a little bit more support for your spine. Or if we're happy to bring the hands out in front, so let's take an inhale here. Now as we exhale, let's start to melt the heart forwards. Beautiful. So we're not thinking about pulling or forcing the body into this forward fold. We're arriving here with a little bit of softness. So maybe the hands come down towards the earth. Maybe the elbows come down to the earth. You could also bring back these blocks and perhaps rest the forearms on the blocks. Okay. So many different options here. Choose whichever works best for you and whichever helps you maintain this softness, whichever helps you release through the body. Notice where you're holding these little bits of tension and encourage those places to relax. We're just going to stay here for about 3 breaths. Beautiful. In your own time. Try not to rush these breaths and notice as you breathe here, as we exhale, there's this kind of little bit of softness and the body gives in that little bit more. We start to surrender further into the stretch. Beautiful, well done. Okay. Take one more breath in. One more breath out. Softly begin to rise all the way back up, walking the hands towards you. If you are using blocks, just place them out to one side, and then from here, use the hands to the back of the knees. Encourage the knees to come to a close, and then from here, we're going to work through that on the other side. So bringing the right shin now down towards the mat, hands out in front. Lengthen the left leg back behind you now. And if we notice we crash towards the right hand side, that's where we bring a block underneath the right hip. Beautiful. Keeping the chest lifted if you're happy here. Or maybe as we exhale, we come down onto the elbows and we can use that other block as a little rest for the forehead. Notice how one side might feel a little bit different compared to the other. Notice whether there's more space here. Perhaps there's more tension here. Just see what you notice. There's no right or wrong. Everybody is different, therefore everyone's experience of the practice is going to be different. Beautiful, just a couple more breaths. One more. Inhale, push down through the hands, gently rise all the way back up. Walk the hands back towards you, taking any props out of the way. And then from here, allow the right hip to come all the way down towards the ground. Swing the left leg all the way around. And this time, keeping the right shin kind of folded underneath you. Left ankle over the right knee. And if you find you lean to that right hand side, same as what we did on the other side, that bottom leg extends out in front. So in this case, it's your right leg. So you might be here or you might be here. Beautiful. Okay, lifting up nice and tall, left hand to the back of the mat. Inhale, right fingertips reaching up to the sky. Exhale, either hooking that right elbow on the outside edge of the left knee, or maybe using the hand to hug the thigh into the chest. Twisting round towards the left, take a big inhale, think about creating more space. Now as we exhale, twisting that a little bit deeper. Beautiful, one more breath. And one more exhale. As we inhale, gently begin to unravel. Lovely. Bring the hands back behind you. Lean into the hands, and same again. We're going to take the legs out to the side. Okay. Now as we come into this pose for the second time, notice whether we can surrender just that little bit more. So legs are nicely relaxed. Inhale, find this tall spine. Exhale, pour the heart forward, soften into the stretch. And if you want to bring back those blocks, feel free to do so. Beautiful. And again, let's take about 3 breaths here. This is not only a stretch for the inner thigh, but we might also feel that stretch across the lower spine. And if you're like me and had a particular tricky lower spine recently, this is going to feel quite nice, I hope. Beautiful. Okay. Lovely. And if it feels like that really intense stretch, utilize the breath. Let it carry you through. Let it guide you. Lovely. Okay. One more deep breath in. One more deep breath out. Okay. Inhale, let's begin to rise all the way back up. Walk your hands towards you. Blocks again to one side, hands to the back of the knees, encourage the knees to lift up, and then bring your hands back behind you and just lightly sway the knees from side to side just a couple of times. Lovely, well done. Okay, and let's gently come all the way down to the ground. So as you come down to the ground, maybe having a block nearby in case you choose to use it, or you could use a cushion here maybe. You're going to come all the way down to the ground, letting the lower spine, the entire spine, connect down to the earth. Let the back of the head feel supported here. And then knees are bent, soles of the feet down towards the mat. Take an inhale. Now as you exhale, if you've brought your block with you or a cushion, take a moment to lift the hips off. Slide your prop underneath your hips, kind of so that your sacrum can rest down towards your prop. So that kind of flat, bony part of the spine can really rest down into the block here. You can stay here, or maybe we then gently bring the knees in towards the chest, and maybe we can then stretch the legs up to the sky. Beautiful, well done. So sending the legs straight on up, and feel free to find a little bit of stillness here, letting the legs kind of rest in the air, kind of reversing the blood flow as the blood runs from our toes back towards the center of the body, and giving the legs a little bit of a break. They've done a lot of work today. And it might be quite nice to give the toes a little bit of a wiggle, and if you're outside, maybe there's a little bit of a breeze blowing in between your toes. You can imagine you're walking on air here, walking in the clouds, bending the knees, flexing the feet, pointing the toes. Beautiful, well done. Just a couple of moments like this. Okay. Notice how this feels in your spine here, and if it's too tricksy with the block underneath you, you can still do this with the lower spine down towards the ground without the block. Sometimes I find utilizing the block helps you have that little bit more lift up through the hamstrings. If we have particularly tight hamstrings, we might struggle to bring the legs up this high. So utilizing the block helps. Beautiful. Okay. Let's take one more deep breath in. One more deep breath out. Lovely. Bring the knees back in towards the chest. Softly let the feet return back towards the earth. Push down through the feet. Pick the hips off away from your prop. Slide it out from underneath you. Gently let the hips roll all the way down towards the earth. And as we land here, decide where you'd like to be. Perhaps you're quite happy how you have landed with the knees bent. You might allow the knees to knock together. Or you might decide to then stretch the legs to the bottom two corners of your mat. Starting to allow this heaviness to take over the body now. Nestling down into the ground. Notice how the earth beneath you starts to welcome you in. As we start to guide ourselves into our Shavasana. And in the same way at the beginning, we took a moment just to notice what's around us. Sounds, smells, sensations. We might notice the feeling of the grass beneath us. It might kind of be tickling our skin. Notice almost the coolness of the earth, gently cooling the body down. But at the same time, there's that warmth coming from the sun, seeping into our skin, bringing life to the body. Beautiful, well done. And you can stay here for absolutely as long as you need, as long as time allows. Let yourselves rest, soften, sink, knowing that there's nowhere else you need to be, nothing else you need to do apart from right here, in this moment, simply existing. Taking in all the wonders around you, being at peace with nature. So if you're happy to stay here, feel free to pause the video or ignore me for the next few moments. If you are ready to gently bring all yourselves back up, take a deep breath in through the nose. Softly sigh out through the mouth. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Softly sigh out through the mouth. One more time, deep breath in through the nose. Softly sigh out through the mouth. Welcome little movements back into the body, the fingertips, toes, wrists and ankles. Slowly allowing the movement to grow and get bigger. So perhaps you draw the knees back into the chest, curl yourselves up into a little ball, or maybe you take that nice big full body stretch along the ground here, stretching the fingertips back behind you, the toes out front. And again, allow your bodies to take up space here, seeing how much we can grow. As we exhale, gently releasing. And then from here, simply choosing a side, the left or the right. And just rolling all the way over onto that one side. Take your time. No need to rush. Then when you're ready, use the strength of your arms to gently push you all the way back up. We're going to come back to where we started, into a comfortable seated position. Nestling the sit bones back down into the earth. Palms of the hands find the knees again. Shoulders slide down and away from those ears. And as always, we seal our practice together with the final blessing. May the sun bring you new energy by day. May the moon softly restore you at night. May the rain wash away your worries. And may the breeze blow new strength throughout your being. And may you walk through the world knowing its beauty all the days of your life. And with that, we bring the palms of the hands together in front of the heart. And we bow. Namaste. Namaste, lovelies. Thank you so much for joining me in that little sunshine practice. I hope you did get a chance to practice outside, but even if you didn't, no worries. And if you did practice outside, I would love to see it. Take a little photo, tag me on Instagram, social media, Facebook. All the details are going to be down below. I just love to see when people practice with me. But yes, have a lovely rest of your week, rest of your day, and don't forget, I will see you next Sunday with another free class from me. I'll see you then. Bye. Mwah.